What is going on out there, peeps? All right, look, I want to show you this older article, but first of all, more importantly, this right here. I was just talking about this not that long ago that we've allowed our government to get way, way, way out of control. They don't even follow the Constitution anymore, nor do they care. They'll crap all over you. People are scared of the government. It's supposed to be the other way around. That's why the Second Amendment exists. The Congress shall have the power to coin money, regulate the value thereof, and of foreign coin, and fix the standard of weights and measures. No state shall make anything but gold and silver coins a tender in payment of debt. Well, they haven't been making gold and silver coins as a payment tender of debt. In other words, the Constitution of the United States only recognizes gold and silver as money, not the federal fiat dollar. The fact that they violated our constitutional rights by law, by our own Constitution, all we have to do is demand they go back to gold and silver coins. They got to do it. Any laws that are passed that violate our constitutional rights or infringe on our rights are not laws. They're voided. The Constitution is very strict about that. The Second Amendment rights, the First Amendment rights, your voting rights, money. This is why they made gold and silver. They stopped considering it as money. While gold and silver coins can't be taxed, an exchange of money for money is not taxable. But they managed to do it anyways. So states are starting to really take control of their counties, one at a time. Nevada now has 2 counties that now, with the help of the sheriff and the local authorities, put out a what do you want to call it? Announcement. There's an official name for it, stating that they will no longer any laws that violate people's constitutional right, any of any kind, and they were specific about it. Period. Your freedom of speech, your freedom of the right to bear arms, including you're not going to register for them. They're not going to allow you to tax the ammunition. Anything like that that infringes on their rights, they're stepping up finally. But this is another area, you guys. We just allow this. And people accept it because the government tells them, no, this is what we done and this is why it's okay. I don't care what laws you pass, as long as it doesn't pass. If it violates the Constitution, then it's not a law. And according to the Constitution, we have the right to demand the states remove any and all laws, one at a time, that violate the Constitution. There's way too many of them out there. Way too many of them out there. If you want some real money, you want to trade in that crappy fiat currency or some of those digital coins, contact our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. First-time buyers, if you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free ½ ounce of silver. For those of you who keep asking for my address, pause right here. There it is. You guys know I have Hanging with Pimpy. It's my Pimpy's network, our news network. I want to encourage everybody to come on over there and join. Let me show you. There's been a demand for specific types of videos. They are in there, but this one here is dealing with this. There's information on this. Here's the other one. People were asking, by popular demand, can I upload them? They're there. You got part 1 and part 2. All right? I encourage people to go check out what those documentaries are because it's important. Texas shifts away from the Federal Reserve. States' new silver, gold bullion depositories. Now, again, this article is from like 2017, I think it is, but I bring it up to make a point. If the states all decided to start doing this, and they have the power to do so, you can start getting away from the fiat dollar. Yep. Essentially, what you're doing is forcing them into the gold standard. So in Austin, Texas, the Texas Bullion Depository took a step closer, becoming operational earlier this month when officials announced the location of a new facility. The creation of the state's Bullion Depository in Texas represents a power shift away from the federal government to the state. So first of all, man, go get them, Texas, man. They're always leading the way, always about what to do to fight against the federal government, especially one that's as tyrannical as this one is. They have their own energy grid, their own ports, their own constitution. I mean, all states have their own constitution, but these people have their real own constitution, their own mini government there. You know what I mean? The fact that they just continue to do things to separate themselves from the grasp of the federal government. And this is one of those things. By the way, it is up. I'll show you it, and we'll get into it a little bit more. So, anyways, it says the creation of the depository in Texas represents a power shift away from the federal government to the state. And it provides a blueprint that can ultimately end the Federal Reserve monopoly on money, as it should. So you see, you need to start voting in politicians who push this type of thing. You guys got to get more involved with your politics, man. Sorry to say it. We just watched what happened with a November 3rd special event that looked nefarious. But nonetheless, Governor Abbott signed legislation creating a state gold bullion and precious metals depository for back in June of 2015. The facility will not only provide a secure place for individuals, businesses, cities, counties, government agencies, and even other countries to store gold and other precious metals. The law also creates a mechanism to facilitate the everyday use of gold and silver in business transactions. So this is definitely, besides money metals, there's no doubt I feel really confident about storing my precious metals in a depository in Texas. If the federal government tried to seize my gold and silver, you know damn well they're not giving it up. They're too much. They're really more constitutional than anybody else is. In short, a person will be able to deposit gold, silver in the depository and pay other people through electronic means or check in sound money. Real money. Earlier this summer, Texas Controller Hager announced Austin-based Lone Star tangible asset. I love that, tangible, as in you can touch it. Will build and operate the Texas Bullion Depository. On November 3rd, the company announced it will construct the facility in the city of Linder. Is that right? Linder? No, it's Linder. Anyways, who cares? Located about 30 miles northwest of Austin. See, just say near Austin, man. It's easier. According to the Community Impact newspaper, the Linder City Council has approved an economic development agreement with the Lone Star State. Construction of the depository is expected to begin in early 2018. It's already up. Lone Star officials say it will take about a year to complete construction of a 60,000 square foot secure facility located on a 10-acre campus. Now, when Trump first got into office, people don't talk about this very much, but he had 5 similar warehouses there that he ordered to have gold and silver deposited there in Texas. Now, I never heard anything more about that, and I'm wondering how far they got and if Trump knew something that the rest of us didn't or we knew about and was waiting for him to do. The depository will operate out of the Lone Star's existing facility during construction. It will provide services nationwide beginning in 2018. With international services to be offered in the future according to Community Impact. So this is awesome. The state-of-the-art facility will provide tremendous benefits to the citizens of Linder and will give Texas a secure facility right here in the Lone Star State where their gold and precious metals will be kept safe and close in hand. So what I like about this is this. If states rely on the federal government to look over their gold and silver, man, I think they're going to have a rude awakening. I think Texas is smart. They're going, yeah, I think we're going to just keep our gold and silver right here in our state. Federal's like, "You're sure? Just keep it with us." "Nah, we'll keep it with us." "Yeah, we got Fort Knox." "Yeah, it hasn't been audited since 1980s. You guys might have lent out your precious metals without the permission of the American citizens. That's why Senator Mooney is pushing for an audit. Let's get behind that. The Texas Bullion Depository has already established an online presence. So they are here, you guys. I went over here to check it because I wanted to see if they were up and running. And by all means, look at that. Oh, man. This looks like right below my house. Wouldn't that be nice? You've been stacking for a while when your safe looks like this. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay. So again, kudos out to Texas for taking control and protecting their citizens, protecting control of the situation when it comes to gold or silver, making sure it stays in state, not in the trusty old hands of the federal government. So anyways, it comes through here. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can check this out. It's very interesting. According to the article, Star Telegram, state officials want a facility with an e-commerce component that also provides for a secure physical storage of bullion. Officials say plans for depository should include online services that would let customers accept, transfer, and withdraw bullion deposits and related fees. Paper money not backed by gold is unconstitutional. Not dollars that say it's backed by the promise of the federal government. People have been complaining about this, but we just adopted it and accepted it like it's nothing. It's unconstitutional. By making gold and silver available for regular daily transactions by the general public, the new law has the potential for wide-reaching effects. Hell yes. Professor William Green is expected on constitutional tender, an expert on constitutional tender, and said in a paper for the Mises Institution that when people in multiple states actually start using gold and silver instead of the Federal Reserve notes, it would effectively nullify the Federal Reserve and the federal government's monopoly on the money. So they can look at, there's a saying I have about anything, especially when it comes to relationships or people that hurt your feelings, and that is this: people will only get away with as much as you allow them to get away with it. That goes with our government. They're only able to get away with what we allow, and we allow this. Over time, a resident of the state uses both Federal Reserve notes and silver and gold coins. The fact that the coins hold their value more than Federal Reserve notes do, yeah, that's for sure, will lead to a reverse Grissom law effect, where good money, gold and silver coins, will drive out bad money, the Federal Reserve notes. As it happens, a cascade of events can begin to occur, including the flow of real wealth towards the state's treasury and towards the people. An influx of banking business from outside of the state as people in other states carry out their desires to bank with sound money, and an eventual outcry against the use of Federal Reserve notes for any transactions. We should already be there. U.S. dollar has declined to 1,300th of an ounce of gold since 1971. That's just since 1971. University of Houston political science professor Rottinghouse called the development of the state's gold depository a step towards independence. Yeah, I think each state should do that. And I think each state that is backing any type of retirement fund should also be mandatory that they hold a percentage of that fund in precious metals. This is another in a long line of ways to make Texas more self-reliant and less tethered to the federal government. I think, again, we're giving the federal government way too much power, and they're even trying to take more now. The financial impact is small, but the political impact is telling. Many conservatives are interested in returning to the gold standard. Yes, we know this. And circumvent the Federal Reserve in whatever small ways they can. Yes, they do. The Texas Gold Depository will create a mechanism to challenge the federal government's monopoly on money and provide a blueprint for other states to follow. If the majority of the states control their own supply of gold, it could conceivably make the Federal Reserve completely irrelevant, as they should. State bullion depositories are one of 4 steps that can be taken to help bring down the Federal Reserve. Okay? So, here's the thing that most people don't know. I've talked about it before, but I want to bring it again. There's already out there gold-backed currencies. When I mean by gold-backed, I mean like it's literally got gold on it. I have a set of these. So you see this? This is the 1 New Hampshire gold-back. It's 1/1000th of a troy ounce of 4.9 pure gold-backed bill. So on the bill, it's got a beautiful design on the front. See this? But on the back of the bill, it literally has gold brushed on there, weighted. What they want us to do is start talking to local stores and them to start using these currencies, which I think is a great idea. But this is New Hampshire. Utah has one. So I think it's New Hampshire, Nevada, and Utah all have these already. So slowly but surely, they are creating. Look at it. Ireland has theirs as well. Yeah, these are beautiful. So let's look at the Ireland one. I didn't even know Ireland had this. See? So the value, although it says 5, the value is obviously based on the value of gold because it's real gold. It's brushed on the back of the tender. So if you start going around and you show these people these types of currencies, these are true gold-backed currencies. So if you go over here where it says gold, right here on the drop-down menu, and you come over here, it says gold-backed currencies, and you click it, it'll take you right here to this page. So again, these are literal gold-backed currencies. These currencies, let me see if I can show you what one looks like super quick. You're going to love this. I should have did this earlier, but I wanted you guys to see. All right, let's have somebody give us a demonstration of these. I want somebody to pull it out, and this way you can see what the backs look like. Here you go. Let's take a look at this one here.
Steve and Dave use
we don't care
eToro
about
to
Steve
trade
and Dave.
cryptocurrencies.
Steve and Dave lost about
Steve
50% of the holdings.
What's up, YouTube?
Here you
Silver
go.
Dragons here, and this video is all about the goldbacks. All
Here we
right,
go.
let's do it. Is made out of gold, which is awesome. We have a 1/1000th of a troy ounce 24 karat gold on the 1 goldback. So I want to talk about the goldbacks and what they are. When I first heard about them, I completely misunderstood their purpose. So we'll cover that in the video, and I'm also going to talk about, should you be buying them? Should you be purchasing these for yourself? And also we can kind of get into how to buy them and stuff like that. So I just want to start off with my initial reaction to the goldback. I have all of the denominations here, the 1, the 5, 10, and not a 20, it's a 25, and the 50. So we got all of them here. Jeremy from Goldbacks, he's the founder. He was actually nice enough to send me these to show off in the video. So one of my favorites is actually the 25. Let me show you this one real quick. Very, very interesting. It's got Victoria. So all of these have a Lady Virtue on them. And this one is a 1/40th of a troy ounce of gold. So the whole point of these is actually to be used as a currency for bartering. And these are backed by themselves because they actually have gold in them. So isn't that crazy? They're called goldbacks and they're backed by gold.
Like literally.
So I sort of think of them as a hyper-fractional gold currency for bartering. So that's the whole point of these.
So my thought is this. What you might consider is storing up on these So if the doo-doo does hit the fan and they try to force us into 100% digital currency, this is our way of fighting back. We can start using these locally because they have the actual gold in them. Now, I have some. Money Metals is nice enough to send me some. I have to bring them out because they're kind of stored away right now. Because, again, remodeling is still going on. God, I swear it takes forever. But anyways, I'll dig in there and I'll pull them out just to show you guys as well. But, you know, that's something to consider. So if you get a community of people buying these and they all agree that this is what they're going to use as actual currency, nobody's going to be able to stop you from doing that. Not at all. That's an agreement between you and your local people here, the stores. So it's something to consider. Maybe you start storing up on these. I got fractional gold and silver. Maybe I need to store up on some more of these. And if I can get enough people doing it locally, and I think I'm going to start doing that, reaching out to people locally and saying, look, if we start buying these, we can start using these once they try to force us into this digital currency bullcrap. Anyways, you guys, I just wanted to share that information with you. It's just something to consider. All right, we love the gold-backed, literally gold-backed currencies. You can buy them at Money Metals Exchange. I showed you where to find them on their website, so shoot on over there. You know, buy them as gifts for people. They're really not that inexpensive. You know what I mean? Or they're really not that expensive. They're really not that expensive. And they're very durable. It's not like that cheap fiat crap. It doesn't rip very easy. It's very durable. So go over and take a look at it. Buy one. Get it home, check it out, see what you think, chime in, let me know what you guys think. Anyways, that's it for now, you guys. Look, we got to stop letting the federal government do what they're doing. Seriously, they have gotten away with way too much unconstitutional crap, and our money's one of them. That's it for now. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. I surely do appreciate it. That's it for now. I'm out.